team from the Runners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the room by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Roadrunners offense takes the field to start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, give on the inside. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Let's talk for just a second about UTSA. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Louisiana Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
To the air, it's Kane. He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on third. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. He'll start this drive firing. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. To the ground with the back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Louisiana Tech, 10. UTSA, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Roadrunners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pocket breaking down. And his man downfield. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see Andrews' early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Man, you think you've got the defense reeling. You just hit him with a big one. You're going to do it again, and instead, sacked.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, too, because you deliver the haymaker the play before. You got your opponent on the ropes. You're swinging for the fences on that play, trying to deliver the knockout shot, You can't keep your QB protected. Nice job answering by the defense.
On the play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Gain of 15.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big
Swings it out to his running back. Nice game on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. It's complete to the left. Made the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Line getting set on 2nd down. To fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Now on the option. Good pick up there. That's enough for the 1st down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decisions. So I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry up.
5-yard line. 1st and goal, Louisiana Tech.
He wants to change this route. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answer. The offense doing whatever they want.
17, UTSA 3.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably 2nd-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give credit.
Zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get back for the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Anthony. Turning it on! The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short and a half. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Brings up 2nd down.
First half in the books. Time now going Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in San Antonio, and we've had a lively first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Roadrunners will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll open the second half on the ground. Follow that blocking and get 5 out to the 26. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Might be changing the route. Second down. Fires big out. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets first down. Here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
It's caught. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Caught over the middle. It's Stevenson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Starting to feel a little pressure. Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Louisiana Tech, 38. UTSA, 3.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Gonna run it. It's Anthony. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's third and long. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Gotta be.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the catch at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Right back to the air on second and 10. Tagged out of the air. They get him down, and that'll be the final. We've reached the end of the quarter. Louisiana Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. The defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Breaking news, they score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. And the Roadrunners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Firing to the right, complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. Here's a return from midfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They're in command of this game now. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first hit at the 37. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Handoff, single back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the back. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. And the Roadrunners line up and put it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Past the 1st down marker and still running. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way through the windshield, and they did splatter them and absolutely dominating.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
America, the Temple Owls. Taking on last year's national champions, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on third short. Tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Just a short pass to the tight end. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Quick completion to the right. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Made the grab and did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown.
So the Temple Owls offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Temple lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Kane. Quarterback adapting. Fire on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to set up the screen. Powers through. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
First and goal, Louisiana Tech.
He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes it. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21. The Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air on 1st down. Steps away. Looking down the left side. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and throwing it over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one, they knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in the game.
The play action fake. He tosses one high and deep down the intercepted. Oh, what a play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does.
Sprinting away. He ran away from the crowd. Louisiana Tech.
Well, this thing's turning into a route. It's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. TCU is running away with this one thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up 14 over Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're setting up a screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Temple lining up to punt it away. No fair catches here. Look at the room. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll try the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And down he goes back at the 3. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be knocked down. Here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to start the drive with a pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking to throw for it. The end zone. Oh, it had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession. Try to...
They get a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Temple lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Quick catch on 3rd down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using a quick game. Breaks into the open. Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's got great speed. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. They go right back to him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The handoff, working on that clock. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back, He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. Made a defender miss. They're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling. It's on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Temple, 0.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They go to the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Change our set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Now ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. The one fly deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
At the 40. First down for your Bulldogs.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution.